I'm a state superintendent, Montana State Superintendent Elsie Arnson. I am fortunate to be an elected official. So the entire state has elected me to this position to chaperone our public schools into a better world of where teaching and learning is connected. Guest teachers, substitute teachers are part of that continuum. And we need to make sure that they also are elevated up in that profession. Educating, training will indeed secure that vision that I have, that I know other states have as well. I believe that if we have the best guest teacher, the best substitute in that classroom, the moment they walk in and they are ready to go and they know how to classroom manage, they know how to look at the pedagogy or what it means, when there's an order of operations on the board, or even reading the planning for time management. If they recognize that, then the next day or whenever the teacher does come back into that classroom, there's no back walking, that time has been efficiently spent and learning can continue from where that substitute left off, guest teacher left off, to where the rest of the learning happens moving forward. If the guest teacher, substitute teacher has confidence, which is what training and education does, then that individual walks into the classroom and becomes part of the learning space and world. I also know when I was in the classroom, there was a pool that they always went to. And if Mrs. Smith wasn't available, then I didn't, as a classroom teacher, have that option with my family, or I had to change my doctor appointment. So I believe if we can grow more within this world, and I can shout it out to our districts that there is an opportunity here to multiply those Mrs. Smiths to be that guest teacher and that substitute, and they can recognize that there are tools to do that, and that the state is accountable. So I'm taking some of that accountability away from them and saying, here's a program that the state believes, and I can be accountable. You're accountable for implementing, but at the main point, I am. And that's why the relationship with the company Frontline is so important to me, because I can then have that dialogue with them and offer it to our schools. Let them teach, let them implement, put our students first, and I take the burden, the majority of the burden, and I take that accountability seriously at the state level. I firmly believe that the partnership has been a great one, that we have had great communication, that they have listened to what Montana needs are, that we're not just a one-off in a national market, and that they're not just seeking a dollar. They are definitely seeking an opportunity to grow great education for our Montana students. The time with our children is precious. In Montana, our state motto is the treasure state. Our treasures are our children. We have very little time with them. So it is important to put that in quality time. So a guest teacher allows for continuity from that classroom teacher. We want the best guest substitute teacher to be able to implement that learning teaching continuum. So there is no backwalk, that every moment in public education in Montana is a step forward in making sure that the goals of that lesson are succeeded and that student success is recognized.